what a difference an aircraft can make. My last flight on board Air India's 787 in the business class cabin was a rather pleasant affair. If you haven't watched that video yet, do follow the link in the description to view it. Sadly, I can't say the same for the A321 business class flight I took a few days back from Delhi to Singapore. What was the issue? Watch on to find out. Cutting straight to the chase, this is a very outdated cabin. When was the last time you flew in business class and stared at a completely blank seat back? The lack of IFE doesn't really bother me that much these days, what with most people having some sort of screens of their own. What does bother me more is the general lack of legroom for a business class seat and a total lack of recline. The seats themselves look quite wide, but really that's about it. They weren't all that comfortable at all. I think you can comfortably fit an entire row of these seats in the legroom each of Air India's 787's business class seats provide. Where the product is showing promise is in the service on board, which was always willing and pleasant, and that is what makes a difference in the end. The meal service started with the laying of the tablecloth, which certainly uplifts the experience, and then followed by some cocktail nuts, which were fresh and crisp. The main meal had a choice of vegetarian and non-veg starter, and two choices for the main dish. The choices were evenly spread between Indian and Western options to cater for both preferences. For dessert, you could once again choose between a mango cheesecake and kheer. I chose the zucchini cream cheese roll for the starter and the moog kundan kaliyan for the main. This was all served on a tray with real cutlery, and also the dessert, for which I went with the baked mango cheesecake. The taste was very average, and in no way did it stand out as a business class meal and would not have looked opulent even in economy. On the 787 flights, the crew did come around with a cheese platter at the end, but no such service here. I think the overlying feeling here is of a very cramped cabin, straight up lifted from the 1990s with no special comforts. For domestic 2-hour flights, you don't mind at all, and I have flown this cabin from Bangalore to Delhi in the past without any negative feelings. However, medium haul flights like this one from Delhi to Singapore are just long enough where it's best to seek out at least Air India's wide body product, if not another airline entirely. On the return leg, I chose to fly Singapore Airlines A380 in economy, and I found that flight more pleasant than this business class product. What with squeaky clean bathrooms, free Wi-Fi for most of the flight, and a surprisingly well-padded seat. Overall, a nondescript product from Air India that should be updated sooner rather than later. I know I will only fly wide body on this route in the future. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, please consider subscribing to this channel. I will see you in the next one.